two things that we need to finish. One of them is when you log into the course content area. So let's get into the course content area. You can see I add a course evaluation. Okay, this is right under the textbook button, so you have course evaluation, and you click on that. So you can put down the instruction name and the course number. And this is my name, and this is MBA 5352. And then you choose your answer for each question. So this part about your instructor, and this about the progress, and the course comparison, and attitudes and behaviors, and in general, online technologies. Or you can add some comments, and then you click on down that to finish that course evaluation. So I really need to your help to get good response rate. We need to everybody to try to participate. It won't take you very long. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Another thing is about the course syllabus. So I have this one upload on Moodle at the very beginning of this semester. So you can see right here, so you have course syllabus. When you click on that, you can download that Word file. So the course syllabus, I'm not going to go details. I just goes to the grading area. Okay, you can see right here, so we have a grading table. So this table summarizes the requirement and grading of the assignment in this semester. And we have discussion forum, in total 12 discussion forum. Okay, each forum is 10 points. So the maximum you can get is 120. So, and also we have weekly assignment or the weekly quizzes, in total of 15 quizzes. And the unit point is 10 points for each quizzes. And the maximum you can get is 150. And also we have 6 webinars. So each is 5 points. So the total is 30 points. So you add them up. The maximum is 300 points. So that's a maximum you can get. Okay, if you see the points accumulate, okay, if you accumulate total points over 276, so your grade is A, and if you between 256 to 275, that's A minus. Okay, and then the other is 241 to 255 is B plus. Okay, so that's the grade distribution. So your final grade will be a letter grade based on the range of points you achieved. We do not have final exam. So basically, you pretty much you can have a good guess about where you are at this moment. So in the next 2 weeks, okay, which is the last 2 weeks, so you have this week is the week of okay, next week is the last week. So make sure so you turn in everything by May 9th. If you look at the schedule, okay, May 9th, which is the Saturday, okay, and the Sunday is May 10th, right? Yeah, Sunday is May 10th. Okay, May 3rd, and the next one is May 10th. Okay. So make sure so you submit everything by Sunday midnight. Let's get this one correct. Okay. Okay, I think it's May 9th. Okay, so that's the week 15, and then this week that's your assignment. Okay, including the quiz and the forum. So that's typically we did before. Okay, do you have any question about your final exam and the grade? Any questions? Okay, no questions. Okay, good. So okay, now we get started. And so make sure, so in the chat box, to type your name for attendance. I wanted to, okay, who is here? So, and then you have, so who is like, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4. Okay. And today we just want to talk about the chapter 14. We have nonlinear optimization models for chapter 14. We do multiply optimization. So optimization is basically we call simultaneous model. So one of them is most important is not all the variables, they follow regression, linear regression. And quite a lot of these the variables and the dependent variable, they have a relationship is nonlinear. So we think about the regression and the single variable regression and the multiple linear regression. So last time we talked about, and today, so we're gonna talk about is the relationship is nonlinear. So what is nonlinear? Typically, we can see some of the variables. Let's give you a good example is talking about the current, like coronavirus. The coronavirus is that those of the cases are starting to increase. Okay, the cases increase is not a linear relation. Okay, it's not a linear relation based on the time. Okay, based on the time. So it is much takes a much more time. You know, sometimes we can see it's going to grow in exponentially, right? It's exponentially. So one person got infected, and then about 10 will get infected, and then the following day about goes to 1,000, and then it goes to 10,000. So it's not a linear relation. Okay, so we talk about that. Also, it's quite a lot of application in industry, right? Industry. So the industry, uh, like production. So you think about the demand and the supply. Okay, you think about the demand and the supply, and so that's we make optimal production decision. Okay, so also in like investment or in finance, so Markowitz has that model is uh, talking about the trade-off between risk and return. So let's see, we have this example we call is PAR Incorporate, this company. Okay, the company we have okay, this company, they have the demand of standard bags and the demand for deluxe bags. So we have the two, right? It's a standard bags following this formula. This typically that's what we can see from our economics class. Okay, the supply and the demand for standard bags, and when the price increases, the demand will go down, right? So the cost to produce a standard bag is $70, and the cost to produce each deluxe bag is $150. So we see that's the cost, and this is the demand. So in this case, so we can get the total profit. So the total profit is this one. We can do is to get the total profit contribution as the sum of the profit contribution for standard bags and the profit contribute deluxe bags. So the total profit contribution is going to be 80 times the function standard bags function, right? Minus 1/15 times the standard bags squared, and plus 150 of the, this is a deluxe, right? Deluxe demand minus 1/5 of the demand for deluxe bags squared. So this function is an example of nonlinear. Why? Because we can see they have S and the demand, standard bags, and deluxe bags demand squared. So we call them as quadratic function. Quadratic function is a nonlinear function with a term to the power of 2, right? Nonlinear. So if this is a simple linear regression, it's supposed to be y equal to alpha plus beta plus x times x, right? Times x, that's a simple linear regression. This is not. So when you graph that, when you see, okay, this is a demand of the standard, this is a deluxe, and this is standard. So the number of standard bags And that's going to be the profit, right? The profit will follow this curve. Okay, the curve you can see is not a linear, it's a shaped curve. Okay, how are you going to do that? Okay, so we can use that Excel spreadsheet, and using solver and to maximize the profit contribution. Okay, then you can have S equal to 600 and D equal to 375. So we can find the optimal level is some point right here. So it's going to be 6 is S is 600 and D is 375. 6S is 600 and is 365. Okay. However, so we have sometimes this is not constraint. However, sometimes we have a constraint. The constraint, when you calculate the optimal solution, for example, that the company has limit amount of time available in each of those 4 departments. So the company, they have 4 departments: cutting and dyeing and sewing, finishing, and inspection and packaging. So those 4 departments, they have the limited time. And okay, so this is the profit. So you want this company, the part incorporated company, to maximize their profit. However, they subject to this constraint. Okay, so the cutting and dyeing department, the time available is 630 hours. The sewing company is 600, and finishing department is 708 hours. Inspection and packaging is only 135 hours. So you have all constraint right here. So if you have this constraint, so more likely, so this is the, we call this optimal level point. However, you have all this constraint, right? You have all this constraint. So let's use this function in Excel. It's called a solver nonlinear optimization model. So we can solve this question using Excel. Okay, let's now let's go in to see the Excel file here. So we call this one Amy. Okay. So we have this one. Okay, let's see. The production, okay, the hours. Okay, so we just put some numbers right here. So the cutting and standard 0.7, 0.5, finishing 1 and 0.1. The marginal cost is $70. Okay, remember we have constraint right here is the time available hours. For deluxe, okay, deluxe department, the cutting is a 1 and this is a 5/6 and this is 2/3 and this is 0.25 and marginal cost $150. Okay, and so you have the hours used. So the hours you're gonna use is going to be okay. So you have, let's see, we put deluxe or whatever the amount is we're gonna have. Let's see, at the very beginning, so we got the standard. Okay, the function we can get is 600 or 375. S is 600. Whatever, you can choose whatever amount you want. For example, you choose 150, 595, whatever. So you just choose a number somewhere close to, right? Not close to it. So you can have these numbers, and then that's the bags you produced. And the total profit, you have to use the formula, which is, so the profit is going to be, you see the B25 minus B9. Okay, B25. Okay, this is the standard bags price function. Okay, and this is a B9. B9 is the marginal cost, and times B14. So you make this a total number of bags. Okay, so what is your cost? Okay, the standard bags price function, this is the price function. So the price function we can use here. Okay, so we can see that the price function for standard bags is this one. Okay, is 150 minus 1/15 times the B14. So that's a B14 is the total number of bags. So that is the total number of bags. Okay, so you type in this price function right here. In 150 minus 1/15 times the total number of bags, standard. Okay, there's a standard B14. And then you do the deluxe bags price function. So remember that is the price function. You didn't think about the marginal cost. So you need to, right here. Okay, so this one, you don't have a marginal cost. And right here, this is the total number of bags. When you calculate the profit, right here, as you can see, okay, the price function minus B9, you will exclude your marginal cost right here. Okay, so you need to exclude your marginal cost and times the total number of bags produced. Okay, similarly, so you can do the total profit for the deluxe. So it's going to be the function. You see deluxe bag price function, right? Okay, right here. So this is how you get. For deluxe bag, the price function is 300 minus 1/5 times the total number of deluxe bags produced. Okay, 300 minus 1/5 times the total number of bags. Now we have right here. Okay, this is your total number of bags right here. It's going to be 300 minus 1/5 times the total number of bags. Okay, so now this is your price function. Your price function minus that marginal cost, and then your times the total number of bags produced. Okay, total number of bags produced, and that's your total profit. So your total profit, okay, and then you have that total profit is going to be the one you wanted to maximize your total profit, right? Okay, maximize your total profit. And by changing the hours they're gonna use. So the hours used is going to be, say they're using some products B5C5. Okay, this B5, C5. Okay, the cutting and dyeing for different department for this standard or deluxe department. So you have this times this. Okay, that's your total hours you used. B5, C5 times B14 and C14. And then you have the sewing department. If you look at the sewing department, okay, this is your hours. Sewing department. Okay, the sum product. Okay, this one times that one, right? And then your finishing department. So finishing department is the same thing, right? Okay, so you got all this hours used. And remember, so you need to sub, you have the constraint, right? This number cannot be more than the hours available. So you have to be, this column, all these numbers is lower than the hours available. So what we're gonna do, okay, now we go to data. Okay, and you get a solver. And you click on solver. Okay, so this is how you get solver. So when you have a Excel spreadsheet, you don't have this button right here. So basically you need to go File, Option, and you click on Add In. Okay, Add In. And then you go to Excel add-ins, click on Go. And then you choose Analysis to Bag and Solver add-ins. You click on this, right? Click on that, click on OK. Then the two buttons will add to your Excel spreadsheet right here. Okay, now we do solver. Okay, so when you do solver, you know set objects is B16. So that's gonna be your total profit. And you wanted to maximize by changing variable cells. Okay, you change this too, right? B14 and C14, you change the bags produced. Okay, and also you need to subject to the constraint. The constraint is that you can do right here, so you add. So the cell range, you just select that, and then you equal or less than the constraint, right? The constraint that you can do is here. So you just click on OK, and then you add it to it. So I already did that, okay? So you can see this selected cell is less than the constraint, right? Less than this. Okay, now you can do is that you click on solver. Okay, click on solver, and you will see. So you have outline reports. Okay, outline reports. Click on OK. Click on OK. Okay, you can see the numbers already changed, right? So whatever the number you have is going to change. Okay, so that's how there's an optimal level of products you need to produce. Okay, so when you do that, that's how you get the result right here, 308, 459. Okay, so you can have a silver, and then you go to silver, right? Or you want to save your scenarios, and you can, okay. So, or you wanted to report your answer, right? You can report, you choose your answer, and you click on OK. So that's your answer report. Answer report, and that's all you can do. You choose the solver, and choose the solver. And you can do the sensitivity report, right? You click on sensitivity, and you click on OK. So you have a sensitivity report. Okay, this is the sensitivity report, and that's your final value. So all those are available. Okay, I think that's all for today. So I just give you a couple of minutes to see if you have any questions. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, no questions. Okay, just I'm going to end the meeting. So the most important thing that don't forget to get everything turned in by May 10th. Okay, have a good day.